Hey YouTube, it's your boy Jerry coming back at you. My blog today is basically give you a little update on my weight. And I received an email of somebody asking me my process when it comes to losing weight. And I'm also going to give you a little bit of info that real bodybuilders won't tell you. You know, some information that real bodybuilders won't tell you. Okay, first of all, right now, I'm about at 204 pounds. About 2 weeks ago, I was right at about 210, 209. So I lost about 6 pounds in the last 2 weeks. And the reason why the weight's coming off so easy this time or this winter is because basically I was already pretty lean over the winter. This year I didn't put on 25, 30 pounds and then had to take 4.5 months to lose it. Basically I just went from my maintenance calories, which are about 2,800 calories, and now I'm just losing weight on about 2,200 calories. But at the same time, I'm being a lot more active, making sure I'm getting in, just being a lot more active as far as the number of steps I take per day. Some of it through cardio, or some of it just when I'm at work, I take the long way around rather than just take a shortcut just to get my steps in. All right. Now, process for losing weight, however, is the first thing I do is I'm like, okay, I go ahead and I use weight loss tools to help me. And the weight loss tools I use are my Fitness Pal and basically my Garmin Connect. Now, my Garmin Connect is basically, my Garmin is just an off-brand Fitbit, okay? That right there let me know how many steps I've taken, how many calories I need to lose for the day. And my Fitness Pal, that's basically an app on Google Play or App Store. You go in there, you type it in. It's basically a free app. And you tell them how much you weigh, how old you are, how active you are, and then it'll break it down and tell you how many calories you need to lose. I mean, how many calories you can take in for the day. And it also breaks down it into carbs, proteins, and fats. But when it comes down to the carbs, proteins, and fats, right now, I really don't even pay attention to any of that. The only time I start really focusing on my fats, carbs, and protein is when I get to a point where I've lost a decent amount of weight and I plateaued, and then I have to dial my diet in. So before, I knew I was maintaining around 2,800 calories, and so I said, okay, it's time to lose weight. So, but now I know it's 2,200 calories because I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years. But okay, so I got to maintain 2,200 calories. So that's what I do. And now I do a cardio 3 times a week, and as you know by now, I put my incline on about 15, and I walk it at about 2.8, 2.7 right now. And as long as I'm losing weight or inches, then everything is good. Remember, like I told you before, don't use the weight scale as a weight loss tool. Just use it every now and then to make sure you're going the right way. The way you make sure you're losing weight and you're slimming down are your clothes. It's going to take a lot of you a long time to get to that mindset, because if you're not losing your 2 or 3 pounds a week, you're going to feel like you're not being successful. But realize if when you first started working out, if you were a size 14 and now you're in a size 12, that's a good look and you're doing the right thing. All right. And then last but not least, I'm going to tell you some of the things that real bodybuilders don't tell you. And the reason why I say real bodybuilders, because these guys are willing to get online, basically get down into their shorts and underwear and show you their physique. And they're not worried about being critiqued. Their bodies are intact. I think I'm okay. I think I'm pretty good. But I'll never break down into my shorts and say, okay, critique me. My skin is not that tough. I only have 20 or 30 people that watch me anyway, and only 20 or 30 people, I'll cuss back at you. But anyway, here's the truth about a lot of stuff that they don't tell you. Okay, most people, when they see those guys, they're like, those guys that you see are like super shredded. And they're walking around at like maybe 8, 9, 10% body fat. And I said 10. A lot of people think you got to get down to 7 or 8% to look like a lot of those guys, but you don't. A lot of those guys have muscle fullness where they've worked out 4 or 5 years. They have well-defined muscle and stuff that they can be at, a higher body fat and still look amazing. But here's the things that real bodybuilders do. They don't tell you. A lot of these guys, okay, on average, if you want to lose weight and slim down, you shouldn't lose more than about 1 or 2 pounds a week, right? Unless you're like really overweight and you have a lot to lose. You may lose 3 or 4 the first 1 or 2 weeks, and then after that, slowly you're gonna go down to that 1 to 2 pounds a week. Okay, the one thing that they don't tell you is, they'll get online and they'll say, hey, here's my macros. I'm existing on 2,100 calories, but it's a lie. When they start to shred, a lot of those guys cut down to 1,500 calories. Some people even 1,300 calories in order to get to where they need to get to. But they're being responsible though. They're not going to tell you that because they know there's a lot of knuckleheads that would be like, okay, these guys right here, they look like this on this many calories, so that's what I'm gonna do. But it's dangerous a lot of times to be on that few calories, and they know that, so they won't tell you that. And at the same time, a lot of these guys, they're on treadmill for like an hour, existing on 1,300 calories, and it's a lot of hard core stuff that goes on with that. And also, they're also doing stuff like when they're shredding down like that, a lot of those guys are preparing for fitness contests. And then another trick that they use, a lot of them, they do the cayenne pepper and the lemon juice in order to burn the extra fat off of the stomach. And then they take a shot of the vinegar and stuff like that. And just a lot of stuff that they have to do that they don't want to tell you about because they don't want you to go and try that stuff. See, first of all, in order to get as lean as they are, you have to be in the gym. You have to really be dialed in on your diet. And so if you're like 15, 20 pounds overweight and you're saying you want to be like them, that's not realistic. First thing you got to do is you got to lose that weight. At the same time, you have to have muscle development. So even a lot of times, if you were able to get down to 6 or 7% lean like them, you would look shredded for you, which would be amazing because I'm never going to make it down to 10%. Like I said, at most, I think at lowest I ever was 14, and that was using those calipers. And nobody really knows what the most detailed measurements are. A lot of people say do the thing where you go and they put you submerge you underwater and they measure you like that. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called a dexatrim or something like that. Or there could be a brand dieting aid that everybody takes. But that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all, motivation to keep going. Hey, it's early in February. I mean, at the end of February. So I'm gonna be here about 3 more months. If you need to lose that weight, go ahead and get started. But if you haven't seen one of my 50 videos, dang, I got a lot of videos. Start off with going to MyFitnessPal. So you can find out how many calories that you need to stay on in order to lose weight. Get your cardio in. Stay away from a lot of carbs at first. Don't be a slave to the weight scale. Use your being able to get down into slimmer clothes as your way of knowing you're moving in the right way. And don't let weight loss be your master. In other words, go do what you need to do in the gym, but have a life outside the gym. All right, until next time. Dang, 9 minutes. All right, this your boy Jerry coming back at you. Have a good day and happy March 1st, I think it is. All right, bye-bye.